towards your inner speeches.
Alright. I'm pretty sure all of us have had that one moment in time where we're doing something, adrenaline rushing, not sure what's going on, and then you just kind of pause and hesitate for a second and stand back and then realize, what am I doing? I had one of those moments about a year ago. We had to do obstacle course, get recertified, make sure we still know what we were doing, and exercise was called over and under, and it was pretty much this ladder that builds up, goes up about 10 feet high, and it is what it is. You go over and under. And so I was just kind of afraid of heights, probably because I'm 5'5". But so I'm getting up to the top, and I don't know, I hear someone at the bottom go, "Oh, hey, you're actually doing pretty good, so I'll keep going." Oh, keep going, and I was like, "What?" And like when I look up and I see that I'm 10 feet in the air, I just kind of stop and realize, what did I do? Needless to say, slipped, fell, and I wasn't pretty sick for the rest of the day. And it falls back on this quote: "He who hesitates is poor," by Zero Moscow. And it's true with everything. And I have a personal experience also in the military. You know, it goes for work, it goes for school. You know, you hesitate in anything, and you don't realize what you could have fully reached. You fully reach your potential in that area, work, school, anything. You know, personal experience in the military, we're trained to never hesitate. You see your enemy, you pull the trigger, you pull you go through the house, you follow through. Don't hesitate, because you could lose your life, or you could lose that guy to your left or right, lose their life. And that's something very valuable. And we would train and train and train, and one day we spent from 8 in the morning till 5 o'clock at night, because that's when we had to eat dinner, running drills, and then from 7 at night till about 3 in the morning, running these constant drills. And we wondered why. And then when they showed us the video of us for almost 20 hours running these drills, we realized that if we saw who hesitated and who didn't, and seeing that who hesitated, one time we were using the simulating rounds. I think we lost like 3 guys going into a house with 6 guys. I mean, we don't want to have to look back and not have to worry about telling those people, family, hey, sorry, lost your guy. With work, I load trucks at UPS, and I hesitated on. I would get a bunch of boxes that I wouldn't scan. I didn't know what to do with them, so I just left them. I never asked, like, what do I do with these? So at the end of the night, realizing that I spent working there 4 hours and having half a stack of boxes that I could have loaded earlier, the supervisor comes by and he goes, "Oh, you could have just loaded them anyways. You just key in them." And then staying that extra hour could have been prevented if I would have just asked them in the first place. And with school, people hesitate in math, and I know math's a tough subject for me. You get a section or a chapter and you don't know what the heck's going on. You got X, you got square roots, you got A and B, you're just so confused and lost. You never ask the teacher, "Oh, I want to ask you help, I'll just look it up on my own." You procrastinate, you go on Facebook, you go to Starbucks, Jamba Juice, you're with your friends, whatever, and you just totally forget about the problem. Comes test time, and you don't know what you're doing. And then you're screwed because you didn't bother to ask. You hesitated, you waited, and you either procrastinated or you just forgot about it. So in conclusion, falling back on my quote, "He who hesitates is poor." You hesitate in everything in life, or the small things in school or work. You never reach your full potential. You never bother taking that initiative and doing what you need to do. You'll just end up always falling back and never getting ahead. Thank you.
It's gone. Oh, nice. Yeah.
All right, Anthony, the personal experiences work pretty well in giving you something to talk about. If you'd structured them a little sharper at the beginning of the speech, I think that would help. But internally, you signpost them very effectively, and there's good detail on each of the points for you to talk about. I think your voice needs to project a little bit more. You need to have a little bit more force, a little bit more energy, and a little bit more variety in the volume at which you're speaking. Your tone is okay, but it just sometimes feels a little casual when you're going through. You want to be in more control of the speaking situation. Don't make the audience, don't be passive in reaction to the audience. Be a little bit more assertive with them, and I think that you can get that energy level up with just a little bit of extra effort. Usually your audience contact is solid. You've got a lot of indicators while you're speaking, some good descriptive gestures, so you're solid on all those things. The same sort of thing with your posture. You're standing confidently, you gesture appropriately, and you kind of shift to talk to the audience a little bit more. But the same sort of thing with your voice. If you could just be a little bit more assertive with your body and step forward and talk to people, go to one side of the room and emphasize a point to make sure that they're included. Force people in the corners who aren't always engaged to become a little bit more engaged. Don't let them sit back there. You need to be focused on them as well. And I think that that will help quite a bit, because those are technical kinds of things that you just kind of have to get to the point where you see, I need to do those kinds of things and step forward to do them. All right. Well, we'll